Hello, family and friends. I'm Lakeisha D. Howard, and I am running as an independent candidate for the Texas House District 124. I am a servant leader in our community who believes in the voices being heard. I am a retired Air Force veteran, as well as a retiree from the Department of Veteran Affairs. For me, this is not about politics and party. This is about our community voice being heard. We can only do that as one. And that's why I have elected to run as an independent versus being tied to a particular party. I am tied to our community, each and every one of you. I want to show transparency and accountability. I want our voices to be heard at our state capitol. I want us to show love and action because that's what brings community together. So vote for me in November 2026 as your independent state representative for District 124. I'm Lakeisha Howard. I love each and every one of you, and I cannot wait to hear your voice.
So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're viewing from. I'm Laura Thompson with TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach. And you tuned into the coffee break. And guess who I ran up on a few minutes ago? But I was expecting her. So, Miss Kiana Malum, and she's doing great works in the community, although it's her business. She's an entrepreneur, but she's doing great work and offering great services and much needed services to individuals that come to her events and that support her business as well. So, anywho, before we get started with the interview, could you give us a little background information on what you do, why you do it, and what's coming up? What's next?
Well, good morning. I am a 20-year-old girl.
She
You
looks
see
like
that?
a 20-year-old
You
though, doesn't
see
she?
that? But I am a 20-year wellness professional, and I say wellness, not just fitness, because obviously the meat and potatoes of my business has been personal training. However, as this whole thing has evolved over the 20 years, I know that we need to be well. Fitness is just one component of it. Wellness is it's a mixture, right? Everybody needs, and everybody's mixture is different. What works for me, like I think we talked before. I think I said something about Brussels sprouts or something. You said, "Oh no," or something like that. I can't remember
No,
what it was.
artichokes.
Artichokes.
I love Brussels
Artichokes.
sprouts. Yes.
Right? I love Brussels sprouts. But again, everyone has their own recipe of what wellness looks like. So that's what I do. And also, I mean, like yesterday, I taught a CPR class. I've been a CPR instructor for 10 years. Why? Because you can save a life. Everybody should. And, just the basics of if anything happens, you want to be prepared. So that's what I do. I help people stay prepared and get healthy, I guess, looking good and all that good stuff in the midst of it. That's what I got.
Wow. So I think it was last month or about a month and a half ago you did an event, and it was for fitness. And so I noticed that this month you're doing something for mental health. And so how does those tie in together, and how did you get involved in doing both of those?
Well, like you said, last month was the fitness. Not was it last month? What month am we in? November.
In November.
Okay, so in September was the second part of a 3-part series that I began. It's a wellness series. So that one was the Fitness and Nutrition Expo. And it was a great turnout. It was great. A component of wellness, right? Fitness and nutrition. Well, a component of wellness is also your mental health. We all have stuff. You know what I mean? We all have stuff. So in this one, I just wanted to kind of break down the different aspects of it different ways of coping with maybe some stress that you may have. We're in Military USA, which is why it's always, it's in November, always as closest to Veterans Day as possible because, of course, you know, we have a lot of veterans here that deal with a lot of mental issues as well. Not just our veterans, however, we're in Military USA, right?
Right.
So I just want to help. That's what I want to do. Bring you professionals that could probably offer you a resource, answer a question, whatever it is, without Google or WebMD, you know?
Right. Wow. So you know, when we look at mental health, we just think of like how people act or how they cope with things, but mental is also part of our physical.
Mm-hmm.
And if one is out of sync, then everything's out of sync.
Say that again. That is I truly believe that it's all in a chain, right? It all works together, right? One band, one sound, right?
Right.
So when you are, people use fitness for their mental clarity, right? I have a client that when things hit the fan, honey, she is running after it, okay? That's her way, you know? Fitness is just a tool to be able to, you know, get over some of the things that face us daily. And the daily challenges beat people up. Our obligations that we have as moms, as co-workers, sisters, whatever, it tends to be a lot. So, yeah, man, it all goes together. If you are working out and you feel good, you look good, you know, maybe you're not slapping people. I don't know, but it goes together.
It does, and it guides the way you interact with people. You know, it guides your thoughts and how you feel about yourself.
Definitely.
And it's a constant recording of, you know, whatever your outlook is
Yeah.
on life.
Yeah. You know, if you ever listen to a self-help book or videos, you know, podcasts, whatever, one of the things that a lot of successful people do is exercise. And usually is first thing in the morning, they get up, they have their time, they exercise, they usually tell you they'll read, they'll meditate. That is part of wellness. You have to take time for yourself. What they're saying is, I'm getting up in the morning to take time for myself because I care about myself.
Wow.
Just saying.
And since the last time that I talked to you on the coffee break, I've changed my eating habits, literally, because I had to. I woke up one day and had this severe pain,
Okay.
and found out that it was shingles,
What?
and it lasted for like 4 months. I mean, not 4 months, 1 month.
Oh,
4
wow.
weeks.
4
4
weeks.
weeks.
Wow.
And so I noticed that I changed my eating habits because they said they couldn't do anything about it medically. So I started reading, of course, and our friend Google and YouTube. But I learned, you know, some of the things that you need to eat in order to, you know, cut down on the inflammation and, you know, stop the nerve damage and all of that. And so now, if I eat something that I'm not supposed to eat, that's not on that list, then I can feel it
You
right
can
away.
feel it.
And I lost like 13 pounds.
What? High five,
So-
girl. Go ahead, girl.
So now the
That's
next,
why y'all see Lauren. She all cute. Look at her.
so the next, and I couldn't wear it. I bought this dress and I couldn't wear it.
Well, you
And
looking
now,
good.
Now I can wear it. So,
I love it.
but
I
you
love
really
it.
have to pay attention to your nutrition. All of that stuff.
All of
goes
it.
together.
All of it.
All of it.
Actually, today is Monday. I started 2 weeks ago, so this is the third Monday. Veggie Mondays.
Okay.
And so I'm eating only vegetables with the exception of eggs, and I like pecans, so pecans if in there. So those are my exceptions for, you know, the day. Otherwise, I eat only vegetables all day long. Like this morning, I had kale, sweet potatoes, and cauliflower casserole.
Wow.
And my
Wow.
cauliflower casserole, I make it with.
Cauliflower?
That's a look, bump bump. That's funny. That was one for you. One for you. That was a good one, guys. Hey, take your show on the road. But but I actually put Greek yogurt in there, and that's to increase the amount of protein. Because keep in mind, I'm eating vegetables pretty much all day. So with that, your energy, you may not have enough, to kind of keep you going. So the protein adds to that. Just a little bit in there. Still eating veggies all day.
Wow.
And I did notice less inflammation in my body. I've just really noticed just great changes with me being intentional. And for me, that is kind of my, I guess, mental health. I felt like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I didn't like that. So who can change it? You can change it.
Yeah. And because mental is physical.
Yeah.
When you eat right, I find that you do have mental clarity when you eat right. Your metabolism builds up and you have more energy.
Yeah. People don't realize, and it's not to be funny, but you eat like crap, you feel like crap. You really do. It all affects, like you said, it not only affects your energy, but like you said, just your mental capacity. You know, everything isn't flowing like it's supposed to when you eating crap. You're just thinking, let me go check out this couch.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That part.
And throw me a pillow. It's getting a little chilly. I need a
That
little blanket,
part.
a little throw blanket or something.
You're not thinking about being productive.
turn it-
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. But when you eat well, like you said, I feel like, just your whole operation system just thanks you.
And I don't like bread, but I found a bread. I was looking at, I was saying, well, what kind of bread can I eat? And I found this bread called Sola. It's SOLA.
Okay.
It's a small loaf, but it's pretty expensive. It's like $6 a loaf.
Jeez.
But there's no sugar.
Oh.
There's all these grams, and it's like 40 calories
Okay.
per slice.
Okay.
So even if I eat 3 slices a day or 2 sandwiches a day, that's only 160 calories. And
Okay.
And it has a lot of fiber in it.
Yes, you gotta get things moving. Gotta get things moving, and like you said, just as a whole, I think taking interest, or not even an interest, but just making sure that you are conscious of your activities. From your diet to your physical activity to even your daily activities. Our daily activities is a big part, of course, of our whole, well-being, our mental health. What habits do you have, and the event on Saturday, there's 4 different panels. I left my notebook over there, but about 4 different panels. And one of them is like, what is mental health? Because sometimes, or mental illness, because sometimes you really don't know. You think, is this normal? Is it not normal? So, just knowing yourself and being in tune with yourself, is a big part of, I think, just being the best version of yourself. And if you are struggling in any area, like you said, they usually affect each other,
It affects everything. And even if you're in pain, it affects you mentally.
It
It's like-
does. It does. That is under one of the panels. Just because I honestly did not realize how great that being in pain affected people. I didn't, I never really had that issue. I had like back issues. I had a breast reduction, and now I'm like, bang, I'm okay,
Right.
Besides my, 40-year-old pains. However, I didn't realize how greatly it affected people's demeanor, mental health, and then even going into addiction and so forth because they're in pain, right? It's a big thing.
So It's crazy. So November 15th is a big day. Right?
That's the big day.
Wow. And so it's going to focus on all aspects. Well, several aspects.
Several aspects. Several
Of
aspects.
mental health. There's always a lot of different conferences and summits about mental health, and so it's almost like it's a fad right now. It's very very popular for people to do that. But you have some really dynamic panelists that are going to come on. And,
I do.
and really talk.
I do. I'm pretty excited about the structure this time. This time I have a 10-minute talk with Dr. Adatone Musa.
Okay.
And she's a neurologist, and she does great things with like pain and so forth. So she's going to give us a little chat and kind of get that going and just give some information, because if you remember, the point of these is to just be a resource, to provide information, to give people a chance to offer their questions and maybe just get it answered without going down the rabbit hole, right?
So tell us a little bit about the panelists that are going to be there.
Well, as I said, we have Dr. Musa, and she's a neurologist. So, she's definitely, I think, going to be a good resource on maybe what is mental health and diagnosis and so forth. We have licensed therapists, licensed counselors. One of the things that I'm excited about, because we brought in relationships, I added relationships last year, and I did that because I think when we think of relationships, we always think of relationships with other people or with a significant other. Yeah. Exactly. But come on, we have all types of relationships with yourself, with your mother, with your children, and so forth. So we have quite a bit of people who can just answer some questions in those areas that specialize in families and relationships. That I have a young lady, she specializes in children and, helping them with some of the, adolescent, issues that they have. And also the coping mechanisms, on those panels, on the Keeping It Healthy. I have, people who offer Reiki. Right, we're doing guided meditation, sound bowls. Okay, so this sound bowls, I introduced it last year. I'm gonna run it back. I think that it was a good addition, and I think that people really just need to be exposed to other things. Sometimes you just need other people's opinion. Just or
change.
A little change.
Get out of that box.
Get out the box. So definitely, like you said, between the panelists that we have, and even some of the vendors and resources that we have, because we have suicide prevention that's going to be there, different therapists that are set up. I try to bring, and not if they're full. I'm not going to say, no, you can't come. Yeah. However, I do try and bring on people who have availability, because, they may answer a question for you that, in the panel, and you're like, and maybe you have a moment to chat with them offline, and you're like, I think that would be my person. And that has happened. So, the goal has been accomplished before. So I'm looking to do it again. I have different therapists that are, here, and they are here to answer your questions, give you feedback, and maybe be your next confidant. I don't know.
Right. So this is going to be held at the Moad Center.
At the Moad Center, and it's 302 Ramsey Street, East Ramsey Street. And that is, and I say that because whenever it comes up, it always comes up, just populates. But it's actually on the backside, which is 302. So I want people to know it's 302 East Ramsey.
Now, it's right off of 281 and Jones-Maltzberger. So, depending on which way you're coming from. But it's close.
By the airport area.
Yes. So that's going to be at the Moat Center at 302 East Ramsey from 10 to 2 p.m.
10 to 2, we're going to be in the building. Look, I'll have some snacks for y'all. I'm not feeding y'all like I usually do. Y'all know if you've come, I feed you. This time it's just snacks, some little brain food. Look, catch me in January for the Get Fit Wellness Fair. I got you on the food.
Yeah, because you're going to be working out, so you're going to need some food.
Yeah.
This time you're just going to be working your mind.
Working your mind. And, honey, that itself is a lot. That is a lot. I've been doing a lot of technical things the last few days, and let me tell you, my brain is tired. It is tired. I am not lying.
So you're going to have vendors and, people to support the event.
Yep.
Can you give us an idea of what people can expect from the vendors?
So for our vendors, let me look at there. Who do we? Oh man, you know what? We actually have a good little lineup. I forgot that we are doing great things, of course, but when you're in it, you're just in it and you're doing it. However, we do have the two-step veterans program offering free LLCs for our veterans. So as long as you have your DD 214 and, honorary discharge and everything, you can come and get your free LLC. We also have my CMOS guy. He'll be in there, Moss Life. And at this time, I told him to bring some green juice because I like green juice. I'm just saying.
He's got a new one. It's with kiwi and oh, my God.
Look, we made Laura a believer. I love it.
Right?
I love it.
I bought like 25 bottles so far. I have literally.
Yeah.
I said, I need 10. And then I said, I need 10 more.
Then
he texted me and said, I got some new stuff. I said, well, just bring me 5.
You know what, though? That's awesome because, like you said, if you can't always eat it, sometimes drinking it is an option. It's a great way to supplement. And, I mean, fresh juice and so forth, come on now. That's not going to hurt you.
I think that's been one of the things that have helped me to lose weight and to heal a little bit faster, too.
I bet. It's probably, like you said, turmeric and so forth. There's so many things that are already in our food that can help us and are great benefits. So, yeah. We also have Jay, Lifestyles by Jay. He'll be there. He'll have his juices as well. We're going to have, like I said, one or two of the therapists they're going to set up and, so that way you can talk to them. Who else do we have? Let me look here. Oh, you know who we have?
Who?
We have Miss Lakeisha Howard.
Okay.
Yes, she is running for what district with 124.
State representative.
Yes.
As an independent.
Yeah. So you can come down and just speak to her, and she, will be available to answer any of your questions. If you have not met her, she is a woman to meet.
And what about Not Only Teas? Is she going to be there?
Not Only Teas is one of our sponsors, and she's in the building. She's in the building, and of course our sound. So this one here, and I definitely want to give a shout out to Ron from WSAN Radio, because let me tell you, that's why I'm bringing the sound bowls back. Last year I did not have sound, like it wasn't set up like that, So Ron said, I got you. So he was there, and he said, I got you. So this time, hopefully you'll be able to hear the sound a little better. Was, and
well, he's got all his equipment. He brought his whole radio station down.
Yeah. So this, like I said, if you've been to any of the recent events, you definitely have been able to hear a lot better. But this is year 3, growing pains, right?
Well, it's year 3, but you've had, about 9 events within those 3 years?
Yeah. So because the first year I did 4, and then the next year, last year 3, and this year, like I said, this will be the 3rd event. Last one, for the year. The first one is already scheduled for January 31st, the Get Fit Wellness Fair. So
Wow.
moving and shaking, doing my part.
Well, I'm gonna have my step game together.
Hey.
this time.
Yeah, that one, like you said, we'll have. So that one is where we look at everything. You know, meant that this is where the Brain Health Fair was born, at that first event. The mental health segment blew my timeline. I'm trying to stay on track, and they just had questions after question, and I said, that's because we need to talk about it. Has to be a conversation. So there you have it.
Wow. So, and it's a lot to, a lot of things that are like changing. There's a lot of transition right now.
Yeah.
And so,
It is.
people need help and guidance to kind of funnel through all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I truly believe that we're in times of indecisiveness and unsure times, not sure exactly, which way that, things will go, with us financially and so forth. And finances is a big part of mental health, right?
Oh,
Because when your
without a
money
doubt.
ain't right,
Right. You could tell when people got money. I want this and this and this. And I'm gonna go here, and then when they don't have it, it's like,
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It really affects you emotionally and mentally.
It does. It does. And I think that, honestly, in doing these events, I can say that, even when I don't have it as much like I used to, or maybe like I would want to, I'm in better spirits about it. I definitely just take on a spirit of gratitude and push through it, and it always works out. I've survived 100% of my bad days.
Right.
So I think that by doing these series, these events, and just collecting these tools, because the pearls of wisdom that are shared doing some of these, doing all of the events. It has not been one event where it wasn't something that I was like, wow,
You said,
that was,
"Aha."
and not just me. I was very happy from even the last event, which was our Fitness and Nutrition Expo, the amount of people who went to the people's classes, who questions got answered. Maybe they made connections and, a resource that they needed, like you with the juice, you know what I'm saying? It's working.
It is. And people need it. People need it. So, again, when is it, where is it, and why are you doing it?
We are going to have our third annual Brain Health Fair at the Moed Center, 302 East Ramsey Street, from 10 to 2. And like I said, we're bringing you resources. We're bringing you experts. The mission behind it is you don't have to Google it, and you don't have to go to WebMD. Come on down. Have your questions answered. That's the whole point of the event. Answer your questions, get connected with resources, and honestly, just put some tools in your toolbox. Because like I said, I've picked up a lot of tools for my toolbox myself in these events. So,
Wow. And plus, it's free.
free 99.
So do you know how much counseling services cost?
That part.
And a lot of times your insurance doesn't cover all of that. So this is free information, free connections, a few free snacks.
Listen. Like I said, I can't.
Food prices are like,
I was just about to say, I don't know if y'all are tracking, but the way this economy is set up at the moment, we're going to have just some snacks, some brain food snacks, those type of things. So yeah. Don't look to get full.
I know, right? And you don't really need all that food anyway.
I like to eat, so that's why I usually try to feed people. However, this particular time, nah, y'all. Let's just come on and get this brain food.
Right. This may be fast that day.
No.
She said no.
I would need some juices or something. That's why I told them bring some green juices, because I know that's one of the things that fill in the gaps for me is a green juice. So
I love those juices.
yeah, me too.
Wow. So this has been a great conversation. We look forward to
Thanks for having me.
Saturday. It's coming up this weekend at 10 o'clock from 10 to 2 at the Moed Center at 302 East Ramsey.
That's right.
And so it's going to be a great setup. Lots of vendors are going to be out. Four panelists.
Four different panels. The topics, like I said, are, what is mental health? We have relationships. We, of course, we broke that down. Our hustle and bustle, and that's like your day-to-day, your day-to-day activities, and then keeping it healthy, which gives you options on ways to help you, keep a good mental space.
Yeah, she's got some cool topics too. So come on out November 15th, Saturday, from 10 to 2 at the Moed Center on 302 East Ramsey. And thank you for stopping by and giving us some insight and intel on this great event that's going to be happening on Saturday. And it's called Brain.
It is the third annual Wanna Go Fit Brain Health Fair. Health Fair.
Now, so
we thank Laura with Tan TV for being a sponsor as well. And we honestly, just like you said, by having myself and my supporters, on your platform, definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, so it's cool. It helps everybody.
It does.
It helps us. And they was like, wow, y'all got a lot of content about health.
Just say,
Yeah,
I mean, look at Laura. The proof is in the pudding. 13 pounds down, guys.
Right. I'm trying to get back down to Kiana size. I don't know what size.
Honey, look, I'm in the. Well, we ain't gonna talk about that. I don't want to shame nobody.
She looks good. She looks good.
Thank you.
She's been in it for 20 years. And
20
she's
years.
25.
You know what I'm saying? I just came right out the womb and I said, let's knock out these push-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So you have been tuned into the Coffee Break on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global region. I've been here with the phenomenal, fabulous, friendly, fantastic, and fine. She's
baby.
that working out is working out.
I like it. Y'all hear that? Working out is working out. I like that. It's working out for you too, ma'am. Like I said, looking good over there.
Well, thank you. And we will see y'all on Saturday, November 15th at 10 o'clock.
Most people aren't concerned about hair loss until it affects them or someone they know. But we care.
Hi, I'm Kayla Martell. If you're a woman with hair loss or thinning hair, like me, please listen carefully if hair loss is a common problem for many women who don't know where to turn for viable solutions, until now. To learn more about the newest professional solutions for your hair loss, it will change your life.
Contact the professionals of Trinity Lace Wigs, changing lives one head at a time.